In 1973, two brothers, Malcolm and Angus, decided to form a band, which ultimately became one of the world's biggest rock bands, ACDC, who have had a worldwide influence that still continues to this day. The Young brothers stuck together from 1973, and although they experienced some unfortunate events, such as deaths and lineup changes, ACDC's original singer Bon Scott passed away in 1980 from alcohol poisoning. The band continued and hired Brian Johnson and made their next album, Back in Black, which was their tribute to Bon Scott. 8 years after this unfortunate event, Malcolm Young had to quit the band to address his alcohol issues, and the band temporarily replaced him with his nephew Stevie Young. His health took several hits throughout the years, and the talented musician sadly passed away in 2017. Angus was there with his brother until the very end. After their 2008 Black Ice World Tour, Malcolm was diagnosed with an early stage of lung cancer and went through a successful surgery. Shortly after, he developed unspecified heart problems. Malcolm Young was still reluctant to quit performing, and he continued until his body stopped him. In 2014, the band announced that Malcolm was taking a break from the band because of his health condition. However, later that year, he was diagnosed with dementia and had to stay at a nursing home to receive 24/7 care. The band replaced him again with Stevie and continued to perform with Malcolm's blessing. Unfortunately, Malcolm died from dementia on November 18, 2017, when he was only 64. His illness kept getting worse until he finally reached peace. This was a painful period for his brother Angus, as his older brother George had passed away 3 weeks before Malcolm. The band dedicated their 2020 album, Power Up, to Malcolm as a tribute, as they had done with Back in Black for Bon Scott. Angus touched upon this sensitive subject. He said that the death part was not the hardest, because he knew it was a relief for his brother. However, watching the cruel illness take him over was pretty difficult. Angus still handled his illness pretty well, and was there for Malcolm during these times.
I think the hardest part was not so much in passing, because that was a kind of end, the relief. I think the worst part's the decline. That's the hard part, because of how you knew him, and then to see that was gone, But he was, I would say, even to the end, he was still, if I was there, he had from here to here, he had a big smile. And I think that was probably well, for me, that always gave me a kind of joy, even though he was in that state. That was always the joy of it. He still got a great kick if I played him guitar.
Did he?
Yeah. He would, try to tap his foot, but he always knew I was there. So that was a big thing, and I was with him towards the end, so.
That's really important time.
Yeah. So.
And for you too, Brian, you'd spent so many years with him. You were a brother of sorts too.
Yeah, it was very emotional when he went. It's all too soon, isn't it? Too quick and too soon.
Thank you for tuning in, and please hit that like button, it's appreciated. Make sure that you subscribe for more rock-related content.